Hello everyone, thanks so much for tuning on Borotopla TV. My name is Ariel Museveni Rugamga. I really appreciate you for opening this video. I'm in Nairobi, Kenya, where I update you and try to bring to you different stories about refugees or related to refugees. Today I have participated in today's training, which is the digital splint that have the main aim of helping refugees to use the digital platforms just to get employment. Before I go deep into it, I would like just to remind you, according to UNHCR statistics of that 1st July 2021, it shows that Kenya hosts 500,000 plus of refugees residing here in Kenya. And let me just be specific on the young people or the people between 18 to that 5 years. In urban, there are just 77,044 people who are female. For male, in urban, in Kakuma and Dadaab, between the age of that 5 to between the age of 18 to that 5, the total is 91,151 people. So which comes the total of that numbers, it comes to 168.195. That is a big number of people. As you might be aware or you don't know, employment is still a challenge for refugees here in Kenya. I don't know, maybe in the country where you are located, but it's still a problem. Refugees can't be employed in the country where they are.
Supporting this community-based organization, that's a good thing because it's so cheap. It's so cheap in terms of funding a community-based organization than funding an NGO. The community-based organization it's in a place to help more people
On the ground.
Yeah, who are most vulnerable, because they are part of the community. So they are more likely to help more people and reach the most vulnerable, thus making an impact. I always tell people, in this century, we're not just doing any project. We are doing now to make an impact. Because as I always say, we have been taught by these NGOs since primary, high school, and university. So it's up to us to take up the mantle and help our own community, making an impact at a larger area.
Larger scale.
Yeah, larger scale. Not just because we have been seeing that a lot of people are benefiting from this organization. Yeah,
but they make an impact at small scale.
Yeah. So, but for us, what we want to do is reach a lot of people with few resources that will be supported with.
Fund refugee-led organizations. Like the funding should actually be directed to these organizations because, number one, some of them are refugees themselves, so they understand the challenges of being refugees. They know what refugees are facing. They know the downs and ups of being a refugee and how their communities are living. So, and some of the innermost challenges in those communities, whether it's urban settings or it's in the camps. So they need funding to make change in their communities. So just fund them, because yeah, it's time for change, and we need more funding to be directed to them.
As I promised you, I am here just to update you and giving information that relating to refugees stories and opportunities that are around and available. That's why I'm here. Where you can't be, I am here for you so that you can know. Thank you so much. Let me move around and try to talk to attendants who are from the refugee community and also from the local community Kenyans, because we are all brothers and sisters. We should work together. We should cohabitate so that we can solve the problems that we go through as the community or as the society. So I'll be talking to different people so that they can just give to you their views about this day. And also, if I had a chance, I will talk to organizers to share what they have been doing, and also how can reach out to you who have not been able to attend these trainings. So I know you will be enjoying this video. Please, if it's your first time to be here, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Just support me. I will appreciate it. Thanks so much. Let me just go and talk to different people so that you can hear their views. Thank you so much for tuning with me. My name is Eric. Stay in touch.
My name is Fashingaba Isaac Chocho. I'm from Democratic Republic of Congo. Yeah, I was born in Katanga but raised in South Kivu, to be precise in Gakenke. So I'm representing here Youth Voices community. We are based in Nasra Gardens, Komarok. So what we do is support education, we do empowerment, livelihoods, and advocacy.
We are team strategist. I'm James.
I'm Chocho.
And we are presenting Turkana Voices.
It's not what exactly I expected to get from here, because here what we are doing mostly is like we are creating from scratch without any other help. But what I thought it was, I thought that we are going to just being given guidance on how to do things. But it's us with our knowledge doing the ideation and coming up with ideas.
In this capacity strengthening and sharing course, that's where everything stands. So that's where, as not only the developer, but also the stakeholders as RROs, we are to be given space in developing this kind of program of capacity building RROs, so that we mention those things we feel like we don't have to be able to the first question, to be able to respond effectively to those opportunities of donors.
My name is Jonas Desenga. I'm Burundian, but I'm a refugee here in Kenya for 6 years now, and I'm here representing a refugee-led organization called Umoja. I'm a co-founder and also the head or director of the organization, and I've come here to participate in this employment digital sprint with a lot of expectations of how we can be visibly impactful within the world of today that is more relying to technology. And yes, I believe participating in this has given me another outlook on how I should use my social medias and also the digital world in a way that I sell my ideas, and also I do well my advocacy in a way that I'm trying to, in what we do as an organization, in every aspect that we do, there are a lot of things that might need this kind of skills in digital world. So as one of the things that we've worked on as part of the group that I was part of, we worked on a platform where our roles are brought together, a platform that is called Reframe. And in that platform, we believe that once it's finalized in a way that there is effectiveness in terms of exposure, in terms of reaching to donors and even getting access to more capacity strengthening in terms of how to approach donors, how to go for opportunities. So I believe with this kind of trainings or kind of capacity building forums, it will help RROs and even refugees as persons, those who are more inspired into developing skills in terms of the digital world, yeah, and not only for just accessing RROs accessing to opportunities and donors, but also a way of bringing our services to the people target we want to serve.
My name is Dominic Kimathi. I'm a project manager. I did have a background in marketing, but I'm really immersed in technology and using technology that actually provides impact or creates impact for vulnerable people and vulnerable, marginalized and minority communities. And what I love about being a Kenyan is that we're very accommodative and we like to welcome our neighbors because, you know, we're all Africans, and you don't have to just be an African, but we accept people from all over. We like being diverse, we like to explore other cultures, and a lot of people might not understand the background that these people are coming from, but I think a lot has been done, especially through technology and through the media, is now sensitizing people to understand that people are not just coming away from the countries because they're coming to steal your jobs, but it's because they're having a lot of civil wars and attacks that are happening in their communities, and they're just looking for somewhere to be safe. That's all they want. And I believe that we do have enough resources to accommodate everyone. And I'm seeing that people now are more open to coming in. You see people donating food stuff. You see people attending like activities that involve actually giving back to society. So I'm happy that now the whole perception has changed, and seeing them as your friends and your neighbors. And these are very actually intelligent people, and you can come up with solutions that not only are solving their challenges, but also challenges that we as Kenyans are facing. So our situations are not really far apart, it's just that the backgrounds are different.
I'm Devika. I work as a volunteer with TechFugees, for which we're going to have a conversation today. I also work with an innovation lab based in Paris, where our objective is to integrate migrants and refugees arriving in Europe to have meaningful lives as they restart their lives there. TechFugees is an organization that is attempting to bring tech solutions to refugees and migrants around the world. The Kenya chapter is one of the interventions that is happening here, because there is a large number of refugees that Kenya today hosts because of the difficult conditions that happens around the countries where Kenya is located today. So the Design Sprint is a 2-day event that has been organized in Nairobi, where we are right now, in Kakuma and Dadaab. Now, in the last 2 years, we've not had a lot of physical events in order to meet together and talk about what has been happening, as this has been a difficult moment for everyone. Yes. So during these 2 days, predominantly in the pandemic, the question of unemployment has really increased, and especially in the refugee community. So the idea was that instead of having a lot of people ideating about their own employment opportunity, how about we get 4 organizations who are already trying to provide employment opportunities to refugees to help them amplify their impact. Now, that is what was the basic idea of the Design Sprint. So we have invited 4 organizations, Turkana Voices, Fit for Purpose, Remar and Reframe, who work in different sectors such as e-commerce, remote work, entrepreneurship, and we're hoping that through them there is that ripple effect. You know, if they become better, then they will provide more employment to refugees, and eventually by that we can make an impact.
Hi everyone, I'm Tim, student, JKUAT University, undertaking a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. I'm in my final year. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm John Madong, student from JKUAT, pursuing Bachelor's in Information Technology. At the same time, I'm the community coordinator for TechFugees, representing Kakuma Refugee Camp.
1, go!
Hi Nairobi. Hi Kakuma. My name is Tim. He is John. We represent the KwaZulu team, and we are working on remote work. So, how can we collaborate across languages in a situation where you find a lot of people are using diverse languages? How can we reduce the technical skill gap that actually exists in the refugee camps? And how do we empower refugees economically in a way that they can earn a consistent living?
Thank you, brother. Actually, here we have come with 3 possible solutions that are going to be based in Hong Kong zone, which is a specific location in Kakuma. One, we are going to develop a syntax, translation, programming language that will be embedded into the system. Number 2 is we shall be having refugees will be trained in technical skills for coding, so that they have the knowledge in coding so that they can be able to develop some systems. Number 3 is that refugees, they will be having possibilities of having well-paid job in the world. Yeah. Okay, I'm a refugee from Kakuma refugee camp.
I'm a citizen of Kenya. So our main goal is to reduce the language barrier that comes with people programming across different languages. Yeah. So we decided that we will go with a syntax, a programming language syntax translator. And that's pretty much what we have created. You write your code in Swahili, and that syntax is translated into English. Depending on how thirsty the person is for knowledge, it can take a minimum of maybe 3 months, and that person will be just set to be a good programmer. In an year of just dedicated work, they can be a really great programmer. And within 2 years, they're the head software engineer of a company. So, yeah.
Okay, the message I can give to the youth is that let's go and learn. Okay, education is not everything, but it is a catalyst to get what we want in this digital era. As I said, we are shifting from analog to digital, like fully the world is shifting to internet.
My name is Sabora Trafi, and I'm a livelihoods officer for UNHCR in Kenya. I'm based in Nairobi, and I'm overseeing UNHCR's livelihoods programs across the country, including Kakuma, Kalobeye, integrated settlement, and also Dadaab refugee camp and urban caseloads, including Nairobi. One of the areas of strategic intervention for UNHCR in support of refugee self-reliance across the country is actually the digital economy. And we do this project in partnership with multiple different UN agencies in Kenya, but also beyond in the region. And our objective is to help refugees and their host community counterparts to understand the digital economy a bit better and develop their technical and entrepreneurial skills to tap into that market. So at UNHCR, we believe that there's a lot of potential out there, but we're also very conscious that there are lots of challenges. So when I started talking with my predecessor, we said, okay, what is one area where we can take action to just drive this program project forward? And as UNHCR, we're a humanitarian organization, and our competitive advantage is to take action, and we're very operational. So we started talking to TechFugees, which is one of our partners, Xavier Project, and our Seed and Origin Refugee Council, and Samuel Hall that has hosted the event here in Nairobi. And we're very glad that after a good collaboration amongst all different partners, we're able to deliver this important event, the Digital Sprint, yesterday and today, and bringing together more than 100 people in the 3 locations, virtually but also in person. And yeah, I mean, I joined, as you saw this afternoon, the last pitches. I was very encouraged to see the youth, refugees, host communities together, coming up with some really smart ideas, technical ideas, of course, business products that would, would be a very important step in the direction of potential formation of businesses and also provision of services to their clients. The projects that we discussed, the Turkana Voices, the REMR, and others. So we're encouraged. We see this as a very important step in a longer kind of trajectory of interventions in the digital economy space. We are a humanitarian organization, and our livelihood strategy is to support our people of concern, refugees, asylum seekers, stateless people, and increasingly the host community counterparts, to become self-reliant. What does that mean? That means we play a catalytic role. We have a lot of resources, of course. We have credibility, we have a protection mandate. We have lots of partners. We're working with the World Banks, IFCs of this world, multiple different UN agencies in the development space, but also NGOs, private sector companies. So our role is banks, microfinance institutions. Our role is to empower refugees, to support them to access all those resources I just mentioned. In some exceptional cases, of course, we come in to provide financial support, but that is not bread and butter of our livelihood strategy. We play a catalytic role. So in this case, what we would like to see moving forward is that the 60 participants that just spend 2 days coming up with some good ideas continue to have conversation with their guest projects, their clients, to see some of the solutions, the technical solutions that they developed, how to implement those, right? And inevitably, that would require resources, and that discussion has to happen between those two entities. If some of the participants manage to form business groups, right? And that's really important for us. That goes to the heart of our livelihood strategy. If they can do that, they would need capital, financing, of course. They would need further technical training. They would need business coaching and mentorship. And they would need access to partners, right? So we are there to help them access the resources, not from within UNHCR, because we don't have that. That's not our livelihood strategy. They have to access resources from our partners. So do they need money? Yes. There's a microfinance institution we can connect them to. There's a bank we can connect them to. And I know there are lots of challenges on that path, and that is where we come in as UNHCR to help on the regulatory and policy frameworks to smoothen that path and help refugees and, of course, host communities access that.